Welcome to part 2 of properties and fields, and let's just take off exactly where we ended in part 1. Now if you remember, in part 1 we created in our class our field and then our properties, and so now we could use this to access that age property and pass 43 in. Well, right now not a lot's going to happen with it. Let's flesh this out and let you see the real power of this. Okay, so what I want to do is let's set up a scenario. Let's go to the form, and this is where we're going to input an integer and age. We don't have labels on here for right now, don't worry about that. In the button we want to set age equal to whatever is put in that text box. Okay, so if we just put that equal to the text box 1, which is the name of our text box. Let me jump back there and show you. If I click on the text box, and I can look around here and see the name of that. Notice it's text box 1. What I want to do is text box 1.text is the value of that. Okay, let me back up and do all of that the correct way. So we want age equal to text box 1.text. All right, and if I put my semicolon there, notice it's going to throw an error. It's going to say, wait a minute, dude, you're taking a string value in a text box and trying to convert it and load it into an integer right here. You can't do that. So we're going to have to convert that. So we'll do convert to integer 32, and then we will enclose that text box 1 text in parentheses, and it becomes a parameter for that toInt method, and there we go. So all we have to do now is put an age in our text box and click the button. It'll create our object and it will load that in there, but we won't see anything happen. So how can we make this really, really useful? Well, notice what we're going to do here. We're going to change this set command. Okay, I'm going to give myself some room here, and we're going to write a little code on this set command to make this a little bit more useful. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to put an if in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is come right here, use a snippet. I'll type if and 2 tabs. And so what I want to see is if is true. Now, if someone passes in a number into age, if you remember, it's going into that value, right? So if what gets passed in, if value is less than 18, let's say that we're getting employee or potential employee ages, and if you're less than 18 you can't work here. So we want to make sure that any age that's passed into our program is not less than 18. So if value is less than 18, then we're going to just throw up a little message box that says, hold on a minute. There we go. It's so hard to type and talk at the same time. Employees must be over 18 years of age. And then what we want to do is come down here. Let's bring that line up so it's easy for you to see. And we want to put an else in here. Okay, else. We'll just set age equal to value. So notice what's going to happen. Someone's going to pass a number in here. So they pass 17 in. It runs the set assessor. It says, hey, wait a minute. If what got passed into value, which is 17, is less than 18, then let's show this error message right here, or this message box. We would write different code here, obviously, in a working app. And if it's 18 or over, then let's go ahead and pass value into age. And the next time someone tries to read age, it will be at 18 or whatever we passed in, 19, whatever. Okay, so let's see if this works. So I'll start the program. We'll let it wake up and compile and all that and show us the form. And so what I want to do first is I want to pass in 16. So I'll click on the button. It creates the thing that says, whoop, employees must be over 18 years of age. And then I can come back here and say, well, how about 23? And if I click that, notice nothing happened because we weren't under 18. Now you can take this and play with it and write some more code here to see exactly what's going on here. Okay, let me come up here and grab this. Let me grab this right here. You know, it would be great if I had my whole screen here that I could see. It's a good example of unpinning that information on the side. I'm just going to copy this down to here, and I'm going to show age now equals age, and there is our new variable. Okay, so let's run this. And notice we're using the get now. So I'll put 34 in there, hit it. Age is now equal to 34, so that one went through. And if I do 13, then I get the error message, employee must be over 18 years of age. Take this simple little concept and work with it and make sure it makes sense to you. Understand, this is a field. It's only available to code within the class. This is a property, and the cool things about properties is it gives us this ability on the set side or the get side. We can do whatever we want. We can go run some code, verify that, do some monkeying around with it, monkeying around being a technical coding term. We can have total control over the data that's moving in and out of our program, and that's the true functionality of fields and properties. I hope this helped.